Hey guys, good morning, Creator Mom. This morning I was thinking about, again, just this idea of knowing yourself. Like, who are you? Who are you, right? Everything, I think that one of the most important things, and probably the most important thing in the world, like for each person, is like to know who you are, to know who we are, right? That sounds basic, but it really is true, right? Um, Everything revolves around who are you? Who are you? Like, if you want to manifest, well, who are you? What, what do you want to manifest? Like, who the hell are you? Who are you being in the world? And that's what everybody wants to know about you. Jobs, right? Having a job is important in this world because having jobs is how we make money. Whether you're self-employed, you have your own business, whether you work for another business, you're contracted with other businesses. It doesn't matter. When you go for an interview, or if you have your own business and you want somebody to buy from you and do business with you, people want to know, who are you? Right? Like, who are you? What do you do? What kind of person are you? What drives you? What's your character like? Everything revolves around that. So I think that the most important thing for us to do is to know who we are and create our story, right? And if you don't know who you are and you don't have a story, make one up. What story do you like? What story do you want to tell about yourself? Because you know what? All that matters is that you believe the story about yourself. That you believe in the story about yourself. Because you're basically a pitch. Your life is your work. In reality, your work is not your work. Your life is your work. So, and your life, who you are, is your sales pitch, right? Who are you? When you go on interviews, they want to know, who are you? What do you like? What's your characteristics like? What are you good at? Where are your strengths? Where do your strengths lie? Why should we hire you? And I feel that the more you know yourself, the better off you'll be in this world. Because you'll be able to pitch yourself. And if you believe in what you're saying about yourself, then that shit is going to carry over. And that's fucking important, right? That would be success. When you carry over and your energy carries over and people believe what you're saying because you believe what you're saying, to me, that's the that's the first building block to success. So there's a radio show, and it's meant for business leaders. And one of the questions the host asks is, what were you doing from 8 to 14 years old? Why would he ask such a question? Right? Because who you were then is linked to who you are now. And the more, this is why this all connects with child rearing and everything like that. Also, I was reading Neville Goddard this morning, and he was talking about imagination and what are kids known for, right? But he was also talking about how the word imagination has a negative connotation and a positive connotation, depending on how you use it in our world. What are kids known for? Best, using their imagination. And it's almost like, then I thought, wow, it's almost like the more we allow kids to use their imagination, the more they develop their own persona. And developing your own persona through your imagination, which Neville Goddard argues is Christ within you, the more success. And what is success? Success is essentially knowing who you are. And believing in who you are and carrying out who you are in the world. That's what I believe that success is. What better thing is there but to know thyself? I think that when people don't know themselves, that is the root of torment and confusion. And this all ties into having a narcissistic parent too, guys. You have a narcissistic parent growing up, maybe you weren't allowed to even really operate in that imagination that much. You weren't allowed to explore who you were. If you said, Mommy, look at me, I'm a doctor, I take care of animals. Oh yeah? And how are you going to do that? Oh, you're going to be, some people grow up in families where culturally speaking, you're not allowed to be this or that. You're not allowed to be rich. That ain't for us. That's for those white people. My mother said to me, oh, your kids look white. They'll be okay in the world. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? As if some white people aren't okay in the world. That's some racist shit to say. So, it's like, wow. So, anyways, no, my kids will be successful. You want to know why? Not because they're the color of their skin, but because they'll know who they are. And they'll operate in who they are, and they'll be who they are. And they'll succeed in the things that they want to do. So, that's why. When we say that people are only successful because they're beautiful, or they came from rich families, or because they're white, or because they're black, we devalue them. So, anyway, as you can see, this whole thing about knowing who you are and imagination ties into everything. Everything. So, and depending how you grew up, hey, maybe you didn't really have a chance to develop that. But you can have a chance now. It's not too late. It ain't too late to say, okay, let me get to know myself, or what do I like? What do I want to be? Just like the Bible says, let the weak say that I'm strong. It's funny, in this book, Neville says, we know that Christ is capable of helping us to say that, but is he actually capable? Is Christ in us capable of actually making that true or carrying that out? I would say the answer is yes. So pick what you want to be. Pick what you like. Pick what you desire. And if you don't see that that's true right now, it doesn't matter. You start saying it and start developing it. Start creating your story. Start sticking to it. And that's what I believe that affirmations are, right? When you're doing affirmations, when you're decreeing and declaring, you're affirming who you are in the world. And even though it doesn't look like that right now, because maybe you didn't grow up a certain way, etc., it doesn't matter, because you're developing it now. So just start now. Start developing who you are now. Start developing your persona now. Let that carry over. The more you say it, the more you... And you say it, you don't say it in self-effort. You relax. You get meditative. You say your affirmations and who you are peacefully. Not in striving or resistance. Especially if it's a bit opposite than what you're experiencing. You just say it. Develop it. Start developing your story. Start developing it now. Doesn't matter what your upbringing looked like. And that's why no contact with a narcissistic parent is important too, right? Get rid of or lessen your contact with people who are toxic. People who don't support you. People who fucking criticize you. Especially while you're a baby in this. Separate yourself, right? Like the Bible says, come out from among them. Get strong. Get strong. And then go, then if you want to be around toxic people, the stronger you are, because that's what they did. See, they tore you down internally a bit. So you just got to get back on that horse. And sometimes in the journey, you might get knocked off a little bit again, but you just get back on. And don't let their words have space in your head. Only focus on you, who you are, who you say that you are. Fuck what they say, what they said, whoever. Listen to things that are encouraging to you. Be around encouraging people. Get a therapist if you can, because therapists might be good at, a good one might be good at help reflecting back to who you are, so you can start, again, developing, who am I? What is my story here? And another thing I want to know before ending this video, is anything good about yourself? Stop giving the narcissistic parent credit for that. Because I noticed myself doing that. Well, at least I had the mom that I did. Maybe I would have never went to college, or maybe because it's because of my mom that I know how to deal with difficult people. I can deal with difficult bosses. No, it's because of who the fuck you are that you can deal with difficult people. Okay? Because somebody can have your same parent but not extract those skills from having that parent. You extracted those skills. You developed those skills. Not them. They didn't do it. You went to college, not them. And maybe you say, oh, well, they forced me, or they encouraged me. Like, so what? You still went. You still had a choice. You could have still said no. It was you. Stop giving them the credit. And I think that's all I want to say. Knowing who you are, believing in who you are, pitching your story, pitching who you are, believe that shit, know that shit, embrace that shit, and become that shit. You are who you say you are. You are who you say you are. Don't give other people's and what they say room to come out of your fucking mouth. Only let what you say about yourself come out of your fucking mouth. Just you. Because what you say is all that matters. And truly, when you believe what you say about yourself, I swear to God, other people believe that shit too. If you feel unsure about yourself, other people can feel that shit too, right? And they'll be like, we got to be confident, but we start small, right? We start small, like babies. We're like babies, we're crawling, and then all of a sudden we're walking, holding the couch, So anyways, let it carry over. Over and out, bitches. Have a great day.